Hey, welcome to the Virtual Pamphlet. My name is Rob, and I'm the host of this one-man show coming to you every Monday, 6 a.m. UK time. And yes, it's Coachella season. It's Coachella. And, well, we're almost at the end of the first weekend, technically, even though, by the time this comes out, it will be done. But I'm recording on a Sunday in the UK, so the third day I think still has to go, like still has to happen basically, in the US. So yeah, but I just wanted to have a little fun with it and just talk in general about the performances, what I really liked, and I mean, so many artists have already been on the stage, so I cannot possibly like give an overview, but I'm just gonna give you guys like what I really appreciate the most about it. And also I guess in general, like the main point I guess of this episode is just to really discuss if Lady Gaga really gave us the best Coachella performance ever, period. We'll get into that. But as usual, first let's get into the songs of the week. And first thing first, I guess we have Harry Come On by Lana Del Rey. Like people keep saying like she keeps on doing the same shit over and over again, and this is a very Lana song, I guess. It's more in the countryside, like type of like not countryside like the place, but like the side of music. Uh, but it is in that sphere, I guess, of Lana Del Rey tracks, and whether that's your thing or not, it's I guess like another matter. But I still think you cannot deny this woman as an incredible talent and an incredible, like, I guess like acumen, like a great skill at, when it comes to specifically like build like sonically building, melodically building a song. Like the writing as well is incredible, I think, but just in general, like I feel she is so good at conveying a vibe and like really perfecting like a long form type of track. And this is a great example of that. Now, the best about her album, well, we didn't expect anything different from her, to be fair. Like she did say basically the album that was originally planned, I think she was planning on releasing it on May 17th or something. Oh, sorry, May 21st. I can't remember. Um, Something like that. But she's no longer, of course, doing that. And also, the title of the album is gonna change, so we don't know what's gonna happen there. Um, so typical Lana stuff. I am just not surprised, I guess. But anyways, yeah. So that's that. But the song incredible. I literally loved it so much, so much. I do want to also talk about Cantissimo by Marina. You may know her as Marina Diamonds, I guess, but this is her third single, I think, off of this new album that she's like putting out this year. And people will be saying this like it's cringe for her to be singing about cunt and whatever. It's like, girl, I don't care. Like the song is good. I still am not entirely convinced about like the production of it all. Like I kind of wish it had a more like catchy hook, but I think the more I'm listening to it, the more I'm like, I think the very like catchy part about this is the cantissimo repetition in that sense. But I think overall, what I really like about the song is the lyrics, like they are very cunt. Like she managed to deliver what she promised, basically, a cantissimo track. Like, she's talking about like your ex is hitting you up, but you no longer give a fuck. You know, so like that's that like smoking vogues under the rain or something like that. We're living the Italian life. It's just like really like visually, like even simply without watching the video itself, like just imagining like following through the images that she builds through the songwriting is just a journey. Like, it's just so beautiful and like so cunt for real. So I think she achieved that perfectly. Perfect scores on that, 100%. Um, I also like the strings in the song. Like, it's very cute, and the video really reminds me a bit of that, and even the vibe of the song a bit of the Electra Heart situation. I still think it's not entirely that because like you know Electra Heart worked so well because it was like a full persona that she built, and it was more about this prima donna girl basically that is technically like playing all the cliches of like the dirty girl aesthetic basically, but um this sort of like falls into that, I guess. But I still think like the Electro Heart era had a lot of like um very strong hooks and like very EDM, EDM maybe, yeah, EDM. Well, it had a bit of everything to be fair. It had a bit of rock as well, but it was like very strong on the hooks and very like poppy. This is poppy. Don't get me wrong. This is very pop, but the chorus is more like not melodically driven more, but it's more like about a repetition of a certain word, and it's fine, I guess. But I really wanted like a very catchy chorus, so we shall see what happens. And I know she's capable of that because she's proven it. Like she's proven herself multiple times. So um, I'm sure there'll be something really good in the album. So I'm excited for that, 100%. So yeah, that's a slay. I do want to include "Erase You" by Flower of Love, and that is a. I think I've talked to her. I've talked about. Yeah, I definitely talked about her before in a previous episode. Um, she did that song that was like I've seen your ex or whatever. This song is also very good, and I stumbled upon the song randomly. I didn't know. I didn't. I'm not really familiar with the artist itself, but that really speaks volumes because like I literally found this song very catchy, and I'm like, oh, hold on, this girl has incredible potential. Like she has so many great songs. Like apart from that, I also really like Are You Serious, or like I really like Congrats You Did It. I really like Coffee Shop. Like she has a lot of great tracks, and she has a really like well developed skill when it comes to like pop writing in that sense, and I love it. Like she really is doing that. Like there's a lot of like guitar um pop like production in that sense that is really prominent in her discography, which is honestly one of my like guilty pleasures when it comes to like pop music. Like if you have a good like synth production but also like accompanied by like a good um like guitar, I am hooked. So yes, indeed. That's a great song. Please check it out. It's called Erase You, and it's like not being able to understand like why you cannot erase a person even though like they're not really for you, yada yada yada. But just catchy song. Very. I really 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 enjoy the verses specifically, like both production wise, but also like melodic composition, I guess, in that sense. So yeah, but incredible stuff. And I do want to add this song called Lenny by George Cobb. Girl, I cannot tell you what the song is about because it's totally in French, so and I haven't really delved into like the lyrics like that. But very like I would venture to say this is like a very indie track. Very cute, very vibey, and like there's a bit of groove in that, I guess, but it's like more like indie, like you know, almost band ish, I guess. Like I don't know, but very cute track, very like interesting, like vibey song that you could definitely listen to, like, and even though you don't know the words, it's like very catchy, I guess. Like it's French, fully French, and the same thing goes for this other song as well that I want to add from a different artist called the artist called Polygon, and the song is called Le Larme. Le Larme. What is that? Tears. I don't even know how to pronounce it in French, but um, Yes. And that's going to be in the playlist of the month, which is the Overture Pamphlet, Songs of the Week dash April 2025. But yeah, this other one is instead a more like a ballad, synth, all synth. There's no like instrument, I guess, like acoustic instrument in here, but it's a synthy track, more focused, I guess, on like the synth production here, and like the vocals. I guess the delivery is a bit more like soft and interesting. Still in French, and don't ask me why, but it's just very cute, very good. Like I don't know. Like I've been on a spiral, I guess, since that song, and I've been getting a lot of recommendations. So that's that. That's that. But anyways, that's as I, this is like you can find all the tracks on like the playlist if you want, and you can just like get to the ones that you really like. But just search it on Spotify, the playlist, and you'll be able to find all the songs. And you can do that, of course, for every sort of episode that I've put out. So it's like, now let's get into the real, the real situation here. I want to talk about Coachella, like overall, I guess, and also as I was saying, like the main argument has been put, I guess, both by the critics but also by the fans online, is that this, like, the Lady Gaga performance was the best headlining performance in Coachella's history. And I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts on that because yes, people have been, of course, bringing up Beyonce's performance and how iconic that was, and many people still believe that this Lady Gaga performance was even better than that. And I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot of opinions. But before we get into the Lady Gaga situation, some quick shout outs on like my favorite performances. I really, really enjoyed, of course, my girl Clairo also bringing out Bernie Sanders, like cunt, I guess, like incredible. For a second, I like saw it on Twitter, and I was like, hold on, because the way he was him tweeting and like thanking, I guess, Clara, but the way it started off is like, thank you, Coach. Yeah, I think he said something like, thank you, Coachella, and I was like, hold the fuck up, like, did Bernie Sanders like perform like at Coachella? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I was just like, my defense, I just woke up and I was like, so not like mentally awake, I guess, that I was literally thinking that he literally got on stage and performed. I was like, how, in what world? But yes, but apart from that, Claro ate down, like she literally did. Oh, the motorcycle guy. Oh, hold that thought. Period. That clip. But Claro ate that. Like the whole stage was incredible. She was gorgeous. Well, like throughout the entire set, she's incredible. Like she looks so good. My girl like literally came to serve looks. Like she's every girl's dream, and apparently also every straight guy's dream. But sorry to break it to you, she's not interested. Anyways, she's so good. I loved her performances. I just feel like she did an amazing job vocally as well. A lot of fan favorite tracks as well. I think she also did like a very good set overall. And I think I really also liked the vibe that she was bringing, like a bit of like a chill, like hanging out with her friends type of vibes, which friends as in like her band that was with her in that sense. So very cute. Loved it. Then also Charlie, I liked the choices she made in terms of songs, and I'm not surprised that she brought out Lord, who is gearing up, by the way, for a new era. Finally, thank God. And she seems to be doing a bit of a hyperpop situation as well from the single like snippet that she released. So yeah, she was doing some promo for herself as well now, which is great. Then Troye Sivan was on it, and then Billy, of course, as well. Billy, I was like, what is going on with the mics? Like, is she actually singing or not? Like, it doesn't make I couldn't really, and also her part is like so short that like she barely sings, and so I don't know. I was confused about the performance because the first bit was just not sounding like anything at all. Like she wasn't even trying. So I don't even know what happened there. But yeah, I loved the guess, like the bridge or whatever. Cool stuff, incredible. Like outro, I guess, situation of the song. Um, Troye Sivan, incredible job as usual. He ate it up. I really love their friendship. Like it was just like super cute. So yeah, and yeah, overall I really enjoyed that performance. Like it was very cute. I still think that she could have headlined Coachella. Like she could have done that. I think though like if she did, she would have had to bring back a lot of tracks. She did. Oh, yeah, she did. I love it, which I was so glad about. But I think she should have done like I don't know, Vroom Vroom, of course, and Party for You, and everyone is obsessed with that song right now. And she could have done Hot Girl. That's my favorite. Like my personal choice would have been that, like from Bodies. So yeah. But again, if she had a bigger set and a big like more time, I guess in general, she could have done a lot more. I kind of wanted to boom clap for whatever reason. I don't know why, but like I really wanted to boom clap. That would be so funny. Like and also iconic, and I love that song. So please, Charlie, if you're listening, which I imagine you're not, but and I'm putting out there, boom clap Renaissance immediately. But yeah, usual Charlie XCX performance. I would say that's how I would describe it. Very cool stuff. So yeah, if you're familiar with the game that she has, like in terms of performances, that's what you can usually expect from her, and it was so nice. Let's see. I guess like Lisa has been getting a lot of heat online for allegedly not singing well, and well, we know that Lisa's not the strongest vocalist, of course, but also I think like y'all are really dragging this point, and I don't know. I feel like this time around she wasn't really that bad. She actually held her own quite a bit, and she was hitting a lot of notes. And also, mind you, she performed a lot of tracks, like so many tracks. I think she managed to perform all of her tracks from the album, and plus the other YG tracks that she had, so like Bonnie and La Lisa. So she performed a lot of tracks, and come on, cut her some slack. She performed really well. She had a lot of incredible stuff going on, like on stage. So, girl, can I have one episode where there is no like siren going off? I don't think I can. Okay, Mariah, hit that note. Like, but that's insane, man. Uh, anyways, the beauty of like living in London is that every 2 seconds something happens. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Lisa, leave her alone. I feel like she's done a good job. I'm still like overall like don't expect her to like go up there and give y'all the Mariah Carey performance of your world, like or like a super vocalist type of performance. She is there to perform like more as a dancer and like performer type of situation. So don't expect her to do like I don't know, hit a higher octave or what. I don't fucking know. Like just if that's what you expect, then I'm sorry. Like you're always gonna be disappointed. And also I feel like this this whole thing about shedding on her just because of the vocals is just stupid. I mean, I understand that she has tracks on her album that are very hard to sing for her, and yeah, I'm like, well, why would you do that? But I feel like also it's so scary to like be on such a big stage by yourself, especially if you're part of a group and like you already played there. I think as a group, it's so scary to get on the same stage years later, but completely alone. Like it's so different. And while I think she really handled it very well, you could also see I think that she was a bit nervous about it. So I mean, I'm literally not even bothered by the performance. I think it was actually overall pretty good. I loved seeing her, shout out White Lotus and the White Lotus fans, and also seeing Patrick Schwarzenegger being like in the crowd and supporting her as well. Rosie being in the crowd supporting her. So there was a lot of people like went there to support her. So overall, that was a very nice thing to see. Now, next, I mean, I think we've had so many artists anyway. Marina, she did the Prima Donna and How to Be a Heartbreaker numbers. Those were incredible. She's so good. The crowd loves it. That's what I mean. Like, How to Be a Heartbreaker and like Prima Donna both have just that captivating, like, catchy, very catchy, melodically catchy choruses. Like, it's not simply, like, they're strong, like, hard hitting in that sense. I feel like with Cantissimo, again, it's more like the repetition of the word is like very memorable, and also the production is not really that varied throughout the track. Like there's highs and lows, of course, but overall it's still the same beat over and over again. While I think even How to Be a Heartbreaker, as much as like it's a very classic like pop song, it just slaps, and plus it has the acoustic guitar in it with the Sims. So I'm like, duh. Incredible. So I really appreciate that. Now let's get to the real stuff. Lady Gaga, her set was incredible, like so good. I really liked her set choices as well in terms of like a set list. She combined like she managed to like mesh up in the right ways and like in the right places, I guess, at the right time, different tracks from different eras, like Judas, right after Abracadabra, I think it was, and then also she had Paparazzi as a ballad. She had Shallow. She had Bad Romance. She had Poker Face. She had Alejandro. That was so good, man. And she managed to like really, I guess, blend the songs a lot. Like she didn't really simply go for like all the Mayhem tracks all at once. Like she sprinkled them around and mixed them up with like other previous tracks that were very famous of hers. So yes, I loved it. I think she ended with like Bad Romance, which is such an interesting choice, but I loved it. So yeah, I feel like the main parts there would be okay. My favorite moments, I guess, overall, would be her doing Perfect Celebrity in that like sort of sandy graveyard situation with like all the skulls and everything. Incredible. I really liked all. I think that went straight into Disease, probably. I think. Girl is just a blur. Like I watched the whole thing and I'm like I can't remember shit, but I like Disease as well, the performance, because it's still like in that graveyard situation, and when she like gets up again or whatever, incredible. I also really enjoyed that part where she did Poker Face, like the lead up, like also the transition from the previous song to like Poker Face was so good. Oh my god, I beg you to like go and listen to that. And also her basically dancing on a chessboard with like other dancers, and like she's facing someone who looks like her previous version of herself, basically, like during the Fame Monster, like that Bad Romance look with the crown, I think it was the all white look, like covering her face as well. That was incredible. So yeah, that I really enjoyed that as well. I liked Garden of Eden, of course, the performance, but I kind of wish she like did more choreo in that. But I also understand it's like a very difficult track to sing and perform at the same time in that sense. So yeah, really enjoyed that. I loved like How About You On Me. She was going like around in that fit. It was crazy. I also really liked Vanishing to You when she went like to the crowd and she was like so happy to be there, and it's just like she's so cute. I love the bob that she has, the dark bob, incredible stuff. But yeah, set designs so nice, so cool, so many outfit changes. like just impeccable. Like Gaga knows what she's doing. The red, like she had like a very gothic look to her performances. The huge, construction, like the function as a gown, I guess. So cool. The graveyard again was very interesting. When Gustavo Sign was like up there as well, that was really really cool. Killa, just incredible. Um, yeah, that blue like suit piece that she had was so good with the blonde wig. I loved it, and also I'm still unsure how she managed to change so many times, but it's just incredible. I feel like the scale of this was just massive as well, which is so cool to see. Which leads me also to like now the big I guess the big question mark here, which is basically like, is this the best performance ever? I mean, I do agree that it was an incredible performance, but I personally don't think. I think basically the why they gave her this, while the crazy and the fans gave her that, was because of the scale mostly. I think the scale was definitely larger than other performances that they ever had on at Coachella. The amount of outfit changes is just insane in here. Like for a Coachella performance, that's crazy. So yeah, like it sort of felt like a full Super Bowl moment that she did, like a halftime show. Like that was just so good, and lasted for such a long time. So 8 down. But I feel like, yeah, overall the scale and like the fact that also I think she held her own with no specific, you know, guest star compared to like other headliners, just really put her up there as one of the best. But I do think that in terms of like choreo, for example, and like performance wise, she Gaga is of course really really good, but Beyonce I think really as those clean dance moves and like that clean aesthetic. Like she just performed so well when she did the Coachella performance, and also Destiny's Child was so iconic. But I think overall both of them bring, like, you could really, when I was like watching the entire performance at some point, I was like, this girl really, like Lady Gaga really is a legend in music now. Like when they were playing the very very old songs, I was like, that's a legacy. Like that's a proper legacy. Like I was like really feeling it so emotionally. Like it was just really a triumphant performance, I think, for her. And the same thing with Beyonce, to be fair. Like when she brought out Destiny's Child and everything else as well, it really reminded you how big of a legacy artist she is, and like how famous, like how, like, what, like how their music is like meant to be in the books forever. That's what I mean. Like really timeless music, but also in a way nostalgia plays a big factor there, because like remember the times that you first listened to those things, and you would have never even thought of like seeing how far they would go in that sense, and now they're all the way here and they're still acing the game, I guess. So yeah, but this bodes really well for, like, I think the Mayhem Ball, like whatever she wants to call it, tour, because Gaga is ready to give aesthetics, and I feel like maybe that's the big difference here. Like Gaga is great at performing, of course, like choreo and everything, but it's more about like the whole, like the overall aesthetic and like set design and everything together, like a vibe check, if that makes any sense, like performance wise. While Beyonce, while she is able to like give you some modicum of, like, I guess, visual performance, I think it's more about her being literally a diva and like incredible, at dancing and singing and everything. You know what I mean? Gaga was insane also in terms of vocals, don't get me wrong, but I feel like overall for Gaga is more like a full, like an overall packaged like vibe and performance, while for Beyonce it's more like actual physical prowess and like again, I want to say diva in the wrong way, but like the diva side of it all. While Gaga is more like the theatrical and like the artsy type of performance. So I think that they're all in their own ways incredible performances. So yes, don't pit two girls like this. I wouldn't say like Gaga is the best performance overall, like period. There have been many other like great performances, but I think Gaga was really she's up there basically. Like she's among the best, 100%. So yes, did I say stand Twitter, eat my dust, eat my ass, period. And I loved. I really want to get tickets because I couldn't get them. Like they sold out so quickly because of the arena situation. So I'm sad, but I will try to get tickets. I hope I manage to do that. So yeah. Either way, slay and just have a great week. I guess like Easter is here. I hope you have some holidays, guys, and I'm ready to like delve into like new topics. We'll see what happens with the next weekends and everything, if anything comes up. But I really wanted to talk about this today because Gaga's been on my mind. The weekend has been monopolized by Lady Gaga, Gagachella, Gagachella. Anyways, bye guys. Love you.